Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, October the 28th, 2021. Today's daily Bible readings come to us from Psalm 146, Ruth 1:18 through 22, Hebrews 9, 1 through 12, or you could have read Psalm 119, 1 through 8, Exodus 22, 1 through 15, and then Hebrews 9, 1 through 12 again. I'm going to take a look at the text from Hebrews and talk about past tense. So the tabernacle and the temple are, which Hebrews points out, are the things of the past, the way that God met his people in the past. They are representations. They were meant to be representations, as Hebrews explains to us, of the real thing. And by the real thing, we mean like the true Holy of Holies, the heavenly seat of God. So think of like the heavenly Holy of Holies that, like prophets like Isaiah see, or like John sees, like conveys in the book of Revelation. We had a text about that a couple weeks ago. They were, as Hebrews explains, these representations of the real thing, but because they were just representations, not that they weren't important, because that was what was able to be, and that's what God was providing for them, but they had limitations. So the priest, acting out what was also happening in heaven, could only achieve so much through that work. There's only so much that could be done with this representation of the real thing, this tent that Hebrews keeps talking about, which is interesting because the temple was still a thing. So Hebrews keeps talking about the tabernacle, the tent. So the priest, he's doing everything that he can. He's recreating what's actually going on in heaven, but it's only achieving so much. And Hebrews goes into that. But Christ is the true priest without the earthly limitations. That's really this big whole point of Hebrews. Christ, he enters into the actual of holy of holies. And as a result, he alone can perfect, as Hebrews says, perfect the conscience of the worshiper. So, which is really what it's about. Like the worship of God is about making his people holy. It's about bringing them closer to him, and by being closer to him, being made perfect in the process. But there's a limit to what you can do with a thing that's just a representation of that. But Christ, because of his relationship and because of who he is as the Son of God, he alone can enter into that real space, that real presence of God. And as a result, he alone can obtain eternal redemption for us. So everything else is just kind of a copy of the thing that you really want. Everything else is maybe like a copy of what true holiness, true righteousness looks like. And that true righteousness, that true holiness can only be found in relationship to Christ, who brings us into the presence of the Father. Anyway, that's the DBR for today. Get out, enjoy the day. Tomorrow we'll be back with another DBR. Huggins will be here. So have a good day. Boop.